Hello, everyone. Fiona and Cheryl here. We are here today to share with you a really exciting announcement that we have a new course coming up, and it's called The Frequency of Money. And it's a 90-day journey, a 90-day transformational journey where we change our relationship to wealth and money for good at a deep cellular level. And we want to share with you how this came about, because at the beginning of the year, I was just really feeling money. And I know money's up for everyone. I'm sure, Cheryl, in your life and, everywhere, money is up, and not necessarily in a good way. you know I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like there's lots of money stress, lots of money tension. And so at the beginning of the year, I just had this feeling that I wanted to speak to it more, to create more circles where we talk about this and where we transform this. And Cheryl came into my head because we have worked together before and created a beautiful baby before, a beautiful course baby before. And so I messaged Cheryl and we got on a call like that day, wasn't it?
It was that day, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I said to Cheryl that money was on my heart. And then what did you say? It
I'm
was
like, oh
like,
my God, I've been thinking about money too. And I've been thinking about you.
yeah, it
So
was
it
so
was just,
bizarre.
yeah, it was just like a beautiful union or reunion because we've done one course together
Yeah.
to create something together. So we really just leaned into the frequency of money and came up with this 90-day experience. This I don't even want to call it a course. It's like just this beautiful experience.
Yeah.
And that's how it even got its name.
Yeah. Yeah. It is really experiential. That's what I'm finding more than anything else, is that this is like we co-create together, not only between Cheryl and I, but with the people that we draw in with this work that we're going to do, because it's not, we're not doing it just for ourselves anymore, right? We are really doing it for the collective. And that's what Cheryl and I are really enamored with as well, is about creating spaces, creating sisterhoods where we actually really join together and do the work. I've got to call it the work together. And so it's the frequency of money was born.
Yeah. And it's all about expansion, right? Personal expansion, collective expansion, and really embodying that next level of wealth that we all desire, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. And I think it's so up right now and so important because we're sensing the duality of it, right? There's a lot of feeling, I think, of people feeling very disempowered financially, a lot of worry, a lot of fears, prices are rising up. But here's the thing, it's so interesting. When we experience a lot of the contrast, for me, the contrast is always the portal to what we truly desire. So whilst we don't think we want rising prices, we don't think we want financial and money stress, so many of my experiences have been actually about having to fully feel and experience what I don't want in order to really understand who I am, the power I have. So I begin to create what I do want. And that feels like a really important thing for both of us, is to really support anyone who jumps in on this journey with us, anyone who jumps on this experience, to understand that abundance is money is not something that's separate from them. It's not something that's outside of us. It's actually created from the inside out. And so
Mhm.
we're not just working at a money mindset level, we're working at a deep cellular level, a deep DNA level of the fact that we are naturally abundant beings, and that money is not separate to that.
Right. And we're reactivating all of those cells, our blueprints, right? Our birthright for abundance. We're reactivating that. We're going to do that on multiple levels, like between your activations and my activations. I use a lot of sound bowls, tuning forks. We're just going to really activate all of those cells, all of those DNAs to really become that energetic match
Mhm.
to wealth.
Yeah. Yeah. It really is about changing who we're identified as being. That's what it is, right? It's shifting identification from this old paradigm of being disempowered, having to work hard for money, having to go out there and get money, like a lot of heavy pressure. I used to feel a lot of heavy pressure around money because I'm seeing myself as separate from it and someone that has to go out there and get it. And we're
Mhm.
going to do this beautiful identification shift of becoming the one that is, I am abundance, I am money, I am wealth, and opening and creating up portals and channels for flow of money to come in and to go out that feel easeful, joyful, even fun, even. Like for me, this paradigm shift into what if it could be fun to
Yeah.
create money, like, yes.
Yeah. And the overflow of money, right? We want that overflow of that abundance, of that money, of that wealth, not just enough, because a lot of times we're living in that scarcity pattern,
Yeah.
and those are patterns that we created in this life. It's patterns that we've inherited, from generations that came before us or our parents. We don't want to live in that scarcity. So we're going to rewire all of our entire system to be in that overflow of abundance.
Yeah, yeah. And so we've set the course up. It's over 90 days, and we're going to kind of have the first month, it's going to be about releasing resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Releasing resistance, and that can be on a personal level. We're going to do it on a generational level. We're going to do it on a karmic past life level. Cheryl and I have lots of different skills between us. We've got a lot of, I would going to say, 3D experience and skills. I come from a physical therapy, Pilates, energy medicine background. Cheryl, share with us your background.
I come from a therapeutic background, so
Yeah.
it's psychology. So I come from that science background, the science of psychology and the mindset and our limiting beliefs, and that I weave in hypnosis, I weave in energy work, I weave in sound frequency. So we're using all of the skills that we have. I think, what do we combined? We have over, I don't even know,
Like
probably
40
50
years. Yeah.
years.
40, 50 years, like combined history of working in
Yeah.
the field of health, healing, and transformation. And we've both been through our, really big transformations personally with money too, especially around, for me, I had a lot of anxiety about money, a lot of pressure around money. And over the last 3-4 years, I've really shifted that, really shifted how I work, really shifted how I show up, and really shifted what's in my bank account and what our family has created. And I know you've had that experience too, especially around the working really hard for money. I know that was a big thing for you.
Yeah, it was part of my burnout. It was part of my dark night of the soul, just working hard for money. It's something that I observed my own mother doing, and I thought I had to do the same thing to be successful. And it wound up in burnout. It wound up in $100,000 of debt, trying to get out of that debt and burning out. And then when I shifted everything, it just became easy. It became fluid, and I have no debt anymore. I did create the ease in my life, in my business around wealth and money.
Yeah, beautiful. So Cheryl and I have, we've got the experience, we've got the suffering, because I feel like you do have to suffer for as long as you need to suffer until we're ready for these transformations. And we've also got the embodiment. And what we're both really here, we're such guiding lights. We want to support everyone to experience more freedom, more joy, and to experience more freedom, more joy, more expansion. Money's a part of that, right? We are living in a 3D world, and we need money to buy our groceries and pay our mortgages. And, as deeply spiritual as we are, we're really also supporting releasing any training and belief around spiritual people having money too. I think that's a really, really important one.
Huge.
We get to have overflow. We get to create lots of abundance because we are being who we were born to be,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are those spiritual beings living in the 3D world. So we need that money for the 3D experiences that we have.
Yeah. For me, I often think about, I want to expand, we are limitless beings. There's limitless ways we can expand into who we are, and having limitless access to money. Why wouldn't we have that as a spiritual being having physical experience? Exactly. And so if you are ready to really transform your relationship with money, who you think you are, and what is possible for you, we invite you to join us. And everyone's going to be at different levels, like with where they are. But what I can guarantee is that once you have worked through the 90 days with us, the way you think about money, the way you feel about money, who you think you are in relationship to money will change completely. Your consciousness will shift completely around money. And that is really exciting to me, because that's where it all starts. It starts with that consciousness shift.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is going to be 90 days. We're going to start on April 7th, which is a Monday. It's going to be 3 weeks of lessons, not lessons, but activations. Mm-hmm. And then it's going to be 1 week of integration and embodiment for those 90 days.
So we're doing live activations, live calls every Monday. They'll be recorded on Zoom, replays available, and we'll do that for 3 months. So three weeks on, 1 week off,
Mm-hmm.
kind of energy. Yeah, and we'll have private support in a Facebook group. You'll get a portal where you get all your replays, opportunities to ask questions, join in communication and conversation about money in the Facebook group. We really want it to be as experiential as possible because that's where the results come from experience.
Absolutely. And then we have a bonus too. You want to talk about your bonus?
Yeah, we do. We have a 72-hour bonus, and the bonus is my Breathe Your Abundance course. It was a 5-day experience that I offered last year, a phenomenal 5-day experience that completely changes your relationship to money for good. And so you get the 5-hour recordings of this as the bonus. Yeah, when you join within the next 72 hours.
And I did that, Breathe Your Abundance. And there are so many like just delicious nuggets in there that really make you it's those little micro shifts that make those big changes. So that is an awesome bonus.
It's so great. I get so many people still reaching out to me that saying how things have changed for them, especially with regards to the heaviness of money. A lot of people say, since then, I felt so much more playful, so much more relaxed, so much more open about money, and things have opened up. My bank account does look differently. The clients coming in are different. And so these are fundamental consciousness shifts. And you can watch it again and again and again and again. It's like a multi-dimensional course where whatever consciousness you come in with, you'll get something different each time, which is very much like what we're doing together here as well. You will get to keep these recordings and listen to them again and dive deeper. So yeah, I'm super excited about this.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So we'll put the link
in the email or, wherever you're listening to this in the social media, you'll have access to the link with all the details. Yeah. And we really hope you join us because the more people that talk about this, the more of us that get together, the more of us that have this conversation and shed these layers of illusion around money, the better. And we're just really excited to get going with you all.
I'm super excited. I'm super excited to be co-creating this with Fiona, and we would just love to have you join the Money Frequency with us.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you. See ya.